And we also have today's special guest, Harry Dent. Harry's the editor of the Economy and Markets newsletter, available for free at harrydent.com. Harry, great to have you back here on the Income Generation.
Yeah, nice to be back, David.
Lots have happened, Harry, since you've been here. I mean, look what's going on in the world. I think you were somewhat prophetic when you said in January, big drop in a few weeks, the markets peaked. Didn't quite hit your numbers with a 40% call, but 29% on the NASDAQ. I give you credit, is close enough. What do you foresee happening from here?
You know, I think we're in what I call the first wave of a major bubble crash. And it does tend to be anywhere from 28 to 50%, average 41% in the first several months. So I think we're in that, and I think we're just taking a bounce, and we have one more wave down of that. So we might see closer to 40% on the NASDAQ. Right now, the NASDAQ's been down 32% at worst, the S&P 21%. I do think the NASDAQ could get closer to 40% by mid-July. So I think we probably have one more wave down of this. Now, that's important because that confirms that we've seen a top. Once you see a crash in this 30 to 40% wave after a bubble like this, that's what it takes to break a bubble, by the way. Sure. 20% doesn't do it. And that's why the S&P is not broken yet. But I think the NASDAQ and the Russell 2000 are. But one more downturn would really confirm this to me. And then the rest of the trajectory, you'll get a bounce after that, and then it'll go down for a couple of years more in a more predictable manner. It'll just keep dribbling down. And
sure. Well, someone's got to be the contrarian here, guys. And so I'm going to go out on a limb because I know we're going to be talking to Harry between now and the end of the year again. But I'm going to say we close at 49.50 on the S&P at the end of the year, as long as oil stays under 125. I think inflation is going to moderate organically more than we realize because of the pullback from stimulus. OPEC is going to open up the floodgates to keep oil prices where they are because anything over 125 crushes demand. And so
Harry,
if that happens,
Harry, straighten them out for me, please.
Yeah, I do not. I think we have made a high. I will confirm that 90-some% if we get one more downturn and go a bit lower. I think we have seen the high. I do not think we will see a new high for so long. It's not even worth talking about. I don't think we're going to go back to the highs by the end of this year. I think we're going to see this first wave down into July. We're going to have a bounce for a few months, retrace maybe 30, 40% of that at best, get nowhere near the highs. And then when we face another big wave down, I think this is it. They have put this off forever. The truth is we should have had a bigger crash in 2008. It should have lasted into 2010, gone much deeper. And then we'd have had a rebound in 2019, and we should have had a second crash, Great Depression crash from 2020 into now. And we're just topping recently. So they pushed this back so far. I think we don't see a new highs in real estate, maybe ever. And in stocks, I think we'd be lucky to get back to these levels of 2037. I would bet that we don't even get back to these levels in my lifetime.
December 31, Harry. December 31. We will be at 49.50.
Good luck on that one.
December of 2031, because
no,
if so, Harry
December
was
of 31 of this year. By the end of the year, the market will have recovered. Look, we can't all say the same thing here. Okay, we got to make this entertaining.
I will say one thing in that favor, because the S&P has not gone down enough for me to say that was a major long-term top. And if it's not a major long-term top, the markets couldn't go up and make a slight new high later this year. So I do want to see the NASDAQ go down one more time closer to 40, and the S&P can get more in that down 30-ish stage, and I'll say, yeah, we will not be back up there. Not only this year, but never in any time frame that would matter to somebody.
All right, Harry.
I can't confirm that yet.
Harry Dent, never one to be afraid to go against the crowd. Jeff Small, Harry Dent, thank you so much for being back here on the Income Generation.